I need to make a base to survive the day 7 horde. I have 1000 wood, just over 1100 cobblestone, a bit of clay. It's obviously 11 PM on day 5, so I don't have access to the trader right now. So how do we get resources when the trader's closed? Do it the old-fashioned way. Even though I have absolutely no ranks in Miner 69er, this is going to be very painful. So during the night, I'm going to take my bicycle out. I'm going to chop up some trees, chop up some stone, try and get myself up to about 2,500 wood and about 2,500 cobblestone, because that is roughly what you need to fully build up my Alpha 20 base design. So I'll see you guys in the morning and we'll see if we've gathered up enough resources. I'm going to assume we probably will have, and if we don't, we can do some tier 1s. It just occurred to me though, can I make iron tools at all? You make a level 1 iron fire axe, I'm assuming same with pickaxe, yeah. That doesn't seem worth it at all for 20 forged. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But one thing that has occurred to me, I need a claw hammer. It doesn't have to be any higher than level 1, I don't think there's any real advantage to having a higher level hammer. I don't even think they use durability, so I'm going to go back to base and queue up a claw hammer, and while that's crafting, I'll get some more stone. There we go, craft a level 1. You can change the quality doing that, by the way, which reduces the cost. It generally reduces the effectiveness of it as well, but who cares, it's a claw hammer, right? It's also just occurred to me that they changed something about my old base, which is it uses hatches, right? It uses iron hatches, which now take forged iron. Now, my base uses 7 iron hatches, so can I get 70 forged iron out of what I have, or am I going to have to collect iron as well? I've got a bunch of iron. I'm going to have to gather more clay, though, I think, after this. Let's see, we got the forge here. Okay, so I'll need to gather up a little bit more clay, not too much though, and a little bit more wood. A tiny amount of wood. But otherwise, we should be good resource-wise. Oh, I've got a little bit of forged iron in here actually, I just saw that, there we go. That'll help a little bit. So I'm going to go out, gather up some more stone, some more clay, and then I'll see you guys when I have all that. Okay, we have enough stone, I think. We need a little bit more clay, but we're actually going to get clay from building the base anyway, because we need to do a little bit of digging into the terrain. In the meantime though, I'm going to head back to my base, grab some food, set some forged iron to craft, find a location for this base, and start building. 50 forged iron from you, and 32 from you, so that's more than enough. We've got like 100 forged iron there. This seems like a pretty good spot. It's where I was digging up the trees earlier, so there's sort of a natural opening for it. So the first thing you want to do when you're building this base is you're going to need 250 frames. I've already got a little bit, so I'm going to build 244, and they're going to craft in the background. I might need a little bit more wood later, and that's fine. And then we're going to start by digging out a trench that is 5 by 1. We're digging this out so that we can put blocks in here. We want the base to be slightly deeper into the terrain rather than on the surface, because it makes it a little bit more resistant to zombies digging random blocks and breaking it. It's not vital, you can skip it, but hey, I needed the clay anyway, so we're going to be putting this one into the terrain. And next, we want to fill the trench in with 5 blocks, and then you want to build a staircase like this. Just going back 1 every time, till you can't. Pretty foolproof. Now I'm going to reinforce all of this to cobblestone. You can wait until later if you want, but I don't want to. This is going to get you a decent amount of XP, by the way, which is why we're not just building cobblestone blocks. This would be more time efficient, but we want to maximize the amount of XP we get from the resources we're using, so we're going to do this. And you can see about 2 cobblestone blocks there. It was enough to equate to 1 zombie kill, so this is pretty efficient XP gain. So that's all reinforced. Next we want to hold R and go to the shape menu, or press Shift R and type in stairs. And I'm going to press S to favorite that block, and now when I click the favorites tab, this will be here for me because I use this block a lot. Same with cubes, I'm going to favorite those. So now I have cubes and stairs in my favorites, and I don't have to search through, you know, how many shapes is it? Like 2,000 shapes, it's a lot. So I'll stick with my favorites. So we're going to grab these stairs and place them like this. Again, just going to really quickly reinforce them. Next, we're going to build an 8 long bridge out from this, and I'm going to show you how to copy blocks while doing this. You want to hold R, and we are hovering over a cube block here, and we're going to move our mouse over to copy shape, and then just let go of R, and it'll do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This red, or pink I guess, means if I place this, this whole bridge will fall. We want to stop right there. That is why it's 8 long. We want to come in line here, so that we're 1 block over and dig directly down. And then make sure that's in line. Yep. And we're going to build a pillar up here to support it. And you see we have our bridge part now. So let's reinforce this up. Start with your supports first, because upgrading blocks makes them heavier. So if you started to upgrade these first, you would put too much weight on this, and it would collapse, wasting your resources, which we don't want. Right, so next what we want to do is dig out 7 more blocks of the trench here. There we go, we have just about enough clay to make the rest of our cobblestone as well, so that's helpful. And we're going to fill in the trench just like the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I dug one too far, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I can't count. 7. There we go. And then we're just going to fill it in like this. Now, there are technically more resource efficient ways of making this part of the base. You could leave it as just pillars, but I like to just make it fully fleshed out. It doesn't take a lot of resources, and we get XP from doing it. So, as you can probably guess, we're going to reinforce this now. What we first want to do is come here and place these 2 pieces in to reinforce them. Make sure they're strong, because they're some of the most important parts of the base. You don't want to mess it up. Next, we want to build what is essentially a doorway. Now, some of the more experienced players are going to be saying, it's the killing corridor. It is, but with a twist. It's my version of the killing corridor. And what would be the point of a survival guide if you didn't teach new players pretty much the most basic, useful base design in 7 Days to Die? So we're going to reinforce this doorway. Make sure there is 2 blocks above the doorway. 1 is not enough. They will pile up and go over. You don't want that. 2 is fine though. There we go, and we got a skill point from building like 1/3 of this base, so that's a good sign. I think I actually am going to grab some spears, even though I don't really want the spear books as much as the other things. I do kind of want the damage, because it's going to be my main source of damage on Horde Night, because we're not playing a build that has access to automatic weapons. We have 1 bullet in our chamber, and it's not even armor piercing, so we can't penetrate targets with it yet. So this rifle's going to be pretty much not helpful on Horde Night, so my spear really has to carry. The next part of the base is going to be taking the shape. We're going to go for a railing. I need to turn off the favorites. Click out of that. This is the railing we're looking for. We're going to toggle favorite, and then we're going to click to put it in the right position. That is left click, by the way. You can use R to go back if you use the wrong one. We're going to place that. Next, into the shape menu, we are going to look for a plate. There's a variety of plates. The one we want is plate. The one that is called plate. Just plate. Favorite it. And then we're going to place that on top of here. The reason we are using a plate here is because it will keep us at a good distance away from the zombies, hopefully making sure that they don't accidentally slap us in the mouth. The next shape we're looking for, you have to pay very close attention to. Dash. The dash is important. Beam. And then I beam small. Now, if you don't want to remember the dash, just type in beam small, and it's still the only one, but some people were unable to find it the last time I spoke about it. So I thought I would tell you its exact name, its government name, if you will. So before you place it, you want to hold R, you want to click Advanced Rotation. This is going to give you access to more ways to rotate it. And then you're just going to click until it reaches here. It can be in that position, it doesn't have to be in that orientation, I just like it in that orientation. And then we're going to look above it, and we're going to rotate the next one. Until it's in the same position. that is the fighting position. This is what's going to hold the zombies back from you. This precise order of blocks is just because it's a lot of health in this sort of same position here. It means they have to fight through a lot. So let's reinforce. Okay. This is the absolute most important part of the base here. You have something you can technically take on the Horde from. It's dangerous, but you can do it with just that. What we're going to do is come to the back. We're going to toggle favorite, and we're going to search for a ladder. I'm going to take the scaffolding ladder and favorite it because I like it. We're going to place it like this. Zombies have no reason to try and climb that ladder because they have to jump to get onto. The only reason a zombie would ever try and go up that ladder is if they're piling up at the back. If they're doing that, you've done something wrong. They should be running to the front to come and fight you. So you should be safe to just have a ladder like that. What we want to do next is copy that shape and place in a row or a column, depending on which way you think about it, of cubes like this, which are going to hold up our walls, which are going to stop cops and spider zombies jumping and spitting at you, because it's based off their line of sight, so you don't want to give them any line of sight, basically. So we're just going to reinforce that. There we go. And then, as I said, we're just going to build walls. There we go. We're also going to fill in this, because this is where our door at the back is going to be. Okay, next comes a bit of a weird part, but you'll have to bear with me. We want to take the railing we used at the front. We want to rotate it, again, advanced rotation, until it faces like this. We want it here because this is going to stop zombies, if they break through this, from being able to jump or really get over the hatches we're going to put in here. So this is essentially your ceiling, but we're using railings because we want to be able to shoot vultures that are going to spawn during Horde Night. Now, I'm actually going to remove that really quickly, and I'm going to put in the roof. The roof is going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be flush with the top of the building, and we're going to reinforce that first. And then go back to the old one. So this serves the dual purpose of letting you shoot out the roof and not letting zombies jump. Two very important parts of this base. Okay, next we're going to make 7 wooden hatches, but I'm actually going to make 8 because I guarantee I'm going to place one of them wrong. And I'm going to go back to my base and get that forged iron and also craft 7 iron hatches. I don't need a spare iron hatch because I will be upgrading from wood into iron, so I don't have to worry about the placement of the iron one. Both to make sure I don't waste any extra iron and for the extra XP. Let's make 7 of these. It's going to take a while. What I'm going to do is split this between me and the workbench here. So I'll do 4 in the workbench, 3 in my inventory, and that'll do fine. I also need a door, actually. Just a secure wooden door is fine. I don't need an iron one. Hatch. 3 of those. Let's head back to the base and install these hatches. Okay, so, assuming I know how this works, the arrow should be pointing towards me. There we go, yeah, this is what we want. If you're facing the front of the base, make sure the arrow is facing the back of the base. That is gonna allow... I think we need another block here. Yeah, we do need another block. So copy this. I forgot about the little ledge you're supposed to put here. It's my base. Don't know how I forgot that. And then we'll just place these on the side. And then place the final hatch. And then the door is actually going to sit on this block, but it's going to cover the back. That is going to stop cops from shooting you in the back while you're standing all the way in here, because one spawning over there might try and get a lucky shot, and it might just hit you. And it might just hit you at the absolute worst time. I'm also going to make a ladder onto the roof. Not for any particular reason, it's just useful to have one in case you need to be on the roof for some reason. Now I'm thirsty, did I bring water? Nice. Can you just use iron? No, you have to use iron hatches, right, yeah. So we've upgraded our first hatch. You want to do this to all of them. I'm obviously waiting for mine to craft. So just remember, reinforce all of these to iron. That gives them a lot of health. And basically what you want to do is fight the horde here. If they break through all of this cobblestone, raise your hatch and fight them behind that. If they break through that hatch, you fight from the next hatch. They break through that, you get the idea, until you're pushed right out the bloody back door, and if they push you through all of that, it was time for you to build a much better endgame base anyway, because this is only supposed to be used for the early game, at least on high difficulties. I know you can actually use this pretty late if you're playing on lower difficulties, but if it's late game and a high difficulty, build something bigger than this, it's just not going to hold. But for your first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, you can use this. I'd recommend by the 4th week, maybe have it in concrete. Bigger bases are going to be better for the late game, because they're just going to have... There's a vulture. Oh, vulture horde. There we go. Ugh. Now, if you're doing this the same way as me, then you should have like 66 blocks left and some materials. We are now going to do what is called padding. We're just going to make sure that it's extra resilient in case something goes wrong. So we're going to dig up a trench on each side of this foundation and just pull this down basically into the ground so that it is 3 thick and just very unlikely to fall. Okay, and our base is technically complete, but I've got a little bit of resources left over. So I'm going to make myself, how many would I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 frames. And I'll need a little bit of more cobblestone. Yeah, I'll need like 20 more stone. Where is a rock? Oh, I only needed 1 more cobblestone. There we go. I'm going to make some more though, because you should have extra cobblestone to do repairs during the night. I'm going to have more than 21 extra cobblestone to do my repairs. So what we're going to do next is take plates, the same ones we've been using. We're going to click on face, and we're going to place them like this. This gives you an extra full block of protection without taking up a full block of space, which is good for you because it keeps the zombies at your reach whilst giving you extra protection from them. There we go, and that is absolutely all I feel like doing for this base. It took about 2,800 wood and cobblestone, plus of course the iron, which I've not actually put on the inside yet, and we got about 2 3/4 of a level, so that is good. While I'm on my way back, I should probably clarify something else. That was so much easier than it would have been to try and turn that fire station into something usable as a base. There's a lot of things for zombies to get stuck on here, just going to interrupt the pathing and just mess everything up. It works, but I like things that work pretty much flawlessly, and POI conversions typically aren't flawless. It's just a little thing about me that I can't really help. So we're going to use the good base, rather than trying to force myself to do the other thing.
A little Godspeed.
That's going to take me seconds to complete, so you know what I'm going to do? Just for the benefit of me editing so that I have less to compress down into a shorter video, I'm just going to sit in my base all night. Again. Okay, so it's the morning of day 7, well it's about to be, and I was looking through my chest and I found all of my dukes. I wasn't even paying attention to how many I'd made. I'm quite rich. I also found some spare parts I was going to sell to the trader, and I have a bloody scope this whole time. Let's put that on my rifle. There we go. Now it's a real sniper rifle. Let's go to the trader and get myself some ammo. Oh wait, we did take a job from him already, didn't we? Let's do that. And then let's go ahead and see the trader, see what quests we can get, see what ammo we can buy. Oh, there's a dog in this place. Nice. There's the dog. I should have softened him up. Good enough. Alright, well let's leave. I know the loot in here is probably very easy to get to, but it's not really worth my time.
Something you like.
Perfect, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for, is cobblestone and glue and stuff like that. It's all so useful. Gimme. Way more useful than doing any tier 4s. That's a lot of fetches. Oh, I'm gonna make a lot of profit today. Ah! Yep, we did it the cheesy way. It's a tier 1, it would have saved me 7 seconds. Calm down, comment section.
Gratitude.
Coal 762, I'll take the 762, nice. See, another fetch job.
God's
Alright, here's the job. Where's the package? It's in the actual ground somewhere, it seems like. Yeah, that'll do, that's very easy to get to. I'm gonna bother fighting these, not worth my time. That's not even cheesing. That was just in a hole in the ground.
something you did it. Great job, traveler.
I'm gonna take the glue. Another tier 1 fetch. This is just how you get all the resources in the game. You don't have to mine anything, you don't have to harvest anything at all, you just do tier 1 quests. I have tier 4s unlocked and I'm just doing these instead because the stuff's more useful. If I did a tier 4 job, I'd probably get like a machete or something absolutely useless for my build. But duct tape, that I can use. Start, and it's up there. Where are you hiding it from me? Come on, show me. You can't keep it from me. Okay, it's gonna try and hide it from me. Nobody to greet me? Cool.
Take your time. It must be my lucky day. Thank you. And here you go.
I'm very tempted by a lot of these, but Sniper 6 would actually be very useful, but I'm gonna bank on that definitely coming some point soon. I'm gonna take that gunpowder, because if I can get some pipes and some plant fibers, I can make enough pipe bombs to really solve some problems.
Would you kindly...
So I'm gonna go back to my base first, and queue up some pipe bombs at the workbench. I'm assuming I've unlocked those, right? I mean, I have points and explosives and stuff. I've probably found the mag. Yeah. Pipes, 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 pipes. One pipe, that is not a good sign. How do I have one pipe? How is that physically possible? I only made one rifle. We can make a pipe bomb. Also, I forgot to sell all that stuff to the trader and now I can't be bothered. Okay, well, good news is I can just smelt pipes. I'll do this job, I'll come back, I'll make those pipes, I'll do another job, I'll come back, and then if I can do something else for a little bit and then craft some pipe bombs, we should be good. I don't need many of them. It's only the first horde. I should expect a dog in here. Ground floor? Really? Oh, I can just thread the needle. That works.
You need assistance?
I'll just take the magazines, please. Take another fetch.
You the man.
Handyland, rifles, wiring. Not bad. Oh, we've got a skill point. Let's put that into... You know what, we're going to be using explosives a couple of times tonight, so let's take another point of that. We also got lever action rifles, level 1. Probably not worth crafting right now. I just realised that there's a dump chest I've had outside the trader that I've been putting things in. Maybe there's pipes in that. Yeah, we got some pipes. Oh, some very useful things in here. What am I doing? Let's just take that all back to my base and just put it in there now. There was even like 762 in there, was there not? Yeah. Damn, I'm kind of stupid. 17 short iron pipes. 17 short iron pipes. 5 pipe bombs. We'll come back after I've done this job and we'll queue up even more pipe bombs. Here we are. Is it literally in this room here? Here it is. We've got some books on the floor here as well. Cloth armor 3.
Great weather. Now we're...
Hey, 10 pipe bombs. I'll take them. Even though the glue's good, I'll take them. And he's out of regular ones. He doesn't have any fetches at all, does he? Nah, he doesn't look like he's got anything worth taking right now. The stuff you can get from tier 1 jobs is so good, and it takes you like 20 minutes to complete them all once you have a good weapon. I think I got, what, 10 glue, 60, 762, 500 cobblestone, 10 pipe bombs and some crafting books. If I'd spent that time doing a tier 4, I would have at best got like a level 3 lever action rifle, which would have been useful, but like that's a lot of luck involved, whereas the tier 1 jobs, you're almost guaranteed to get something useful, if not game changing. Go, how many pipe bombs can I even make? 23. Oh, I'm actually out of plant fiber, 1 second. Here we go, and another 11 of them. So that's gonna be 49 pipe bombs for my first horde. That is what I'm gonna call enough pipe bombs for the first horde. Pretty comfortably, actually. Oh, and of course I got the 500 gunpowder for doing that quest as well, which is what helped me get all these pipe bombs. So let me do a loot check here. Things I need for Horde Night. I need medicine. I've got first aid bandages, but let's make sure we got a stack, and let's bring first aid kits as well. I need food. Food is covered. I need water. Now I have water, but can I make something a little bit better? So coffee. 1 minute in there. 1 minute in there. 1 minute in there. Okay, so drinks are covered. Repair kits. They might be in my bicycle. Oh, no, they're there. I've got 5. That should be enough. Ammo. I do not see myself needing more than a stack. Beer could be useful if I need some extra stamina regen. I'm not sure how the spear performs yet. Recog I won't need because I can one-tap them all anyway. Maybe a plaster cast in case I get a random broken leg. Vitamins would be a good idea. That means I can just stop infections, which seem to be the most common thing ever now. Maybe some regular bandages as well, because bleeding seems to be more prevalent as well. That might be worth my time. I don't need the shovel. I have a wrench. I'm an idiot. I didn't know I made a wrench. See, you're probably watching these all in a binge, and you think I'm stupid for not remembering that, but that was like 3 days ago for me. I should have got some skull crushers from the trader for melee damage. Do I have time? I actually do have time to go and check that. Maybe I should. You know, some emergency mega crush for if everything goes absolutely horribly wrong and I need to run really fast. Not a terrible idea. And the vending machine. Oh, 2 skull crushers. It's like, you know, it's Horde Night game. Thank you. I'm gonna buy those sugar butts as well. Okay, pipe bombs. A bunch of them. Ammo, good. Let's repair our weapons. It's a bit of a waste of repair kits, but it's fine. We can make some more. In fact, let me do that. Where's some duct tape? Let's make like 5. Some forged iron. Repair kits. Cool. Think we have everything. Just wait for this last pipe bomb to craft, because, you know, why not? Oh yeah, I am certifiably OP. Now, I don't have an amazing gun, but if you're playing basically any other build, you're gonna have a pretty good gun. If you just have like an AK, a double barrel shotgun, or pistol, those are gonna absolutely slap on the first horde. The hunting rifle is okay for the first horde. It's a very good POI clearing weapon, but its lack of fire rate hurts it on Horde Nights. Have I got absolutely everything? Yeah, I feel good about this. The only real difference between this and Alpha 20 is right now I do not have a motorcycle, and I would usually have a motorcycle by like day 4. Because I would rush one, and now you can't rush them in the same way. But aside from that, pretty much the exact same, but spears work, I guess. So I'm just gonna stand here and wait for the horde. Okay, so it's about 40 minutes in game until the actual horde night. I'm going to start popping my drugs. They stack up to 3, so you can just eat like 2 in a row and it'll keep you going for the entire 12-minute period. Other than that though, I need to take vitamins. I don't think I'll need more than 2 stacked. Like 24 minutes is a very long horde, so we should be good. Oh, I forgot to bring the coffee. Ah. Every time. Well, if we really need stamina, we do have beer, which gives you 40% faster stamina regen, but it does blur the screen, which makes it kind of miserable for you guys, but at the same time, this is probably mostly going to be in like 2 or 3 times speed, because it's difficult to talk over the zombies, and I have very little to say, because it is just going to be me clicking into this hole for like 2 in-game hours, probably. Alright, here comes our first Alpha 21 horde. I hope my base still works. Well, that's a good sign. Great start. I'm standing behind 2 hatches, by the way, because the spear has extra reach. If you're playing with like a club, you'll have to stand a little bit closer. Well, that's just absolutely great. It works even better with a spear. Oh, stamina's still a bit of a pain, though. Well, when you run out of stamina, there's always pipe bombs. Take a step back, though. And you'll see that does pretty minimal block damage, all things considered. Let's test out our rifle. Yeah, see, the fire rate's just not there, but it does kill at least. Oh, that was brutal. Alright, back to the spear. Oh, of course, my light attack doesn't actually do it right. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit closer and doing light attack, so I can just do this pretty much indefinitely. Let's use another pipe bomb. I made 49 of the damn things after all. Okay, I kinda need to take this loot bag. It sounds like this is the last of them. I don't hear any more stepping. Let's just be these two, or this one? Okay, well, while we wait to find out, let's use that book for some XP. Let's have a look at my skill points. So I just got 2 more. What do I want to use them for? I think... just more salvage jobs. We're going to be doing a lot of salvaging in the game generally, so it's as good a time as any. Let's have a look outside and see how the base held. Okay, we lost 1 block here. Not a significant loss. I mean... I've not got any wood, hang on. Yeah, problem solved. Very unusual that they did that though. Maybe I should put some wooden spikes down here next time just to keep a few of them away. This time next week this base will probably be concrete and it won't matter. So something to consider there. And again, this is Insane Nightmare on night times. My days are just insane jogging, but nighttime, Insane Nightmare, that's what they could do to me. They hit me once because I wasn't paying attention and one was crawling through. And they destroyed a singular block. And heavily damaged another one, to be fair. Oh yeah, they really took a chunk out of this padding, but again, this is padding, this isn't even the full block, it's the padding part. That is insane how good the spears are. Like, you can just light attack and pop heads. They might even be better than clubs. Just how easy that was, because of the range, like, there was no need for me to back and forth. The stamina efficiency, I didn't, ugh. Man, I don't even have all the books yet. Like... If I had the refill stamina on kill and the 10% extra attack speed and the 10% more damage, close my eyes and just start light attacking. Like AFK base, just put a brick on your mouse. Let's see, what were our stats at the end of that? So we got to level 23, 460 enemy kills, pretty solid, pretty much exactly how it would have been in Alpha 20. I am satisfied with the base's performance, I am extremely satisfied with the spear's performance. And I hope you are satisfied with this episode of 7 Days to Die Alpha 21 Survival Guide. If you did, be sure to drop a like below. The support in this series has been great, it's getting a decent amount of views, lots of likes, generating revenue. That's what I like to see from my videos. It makes it much easier for me to do them. It keeps me very motivated to do them, so keep watching them if you want to keep seeing them. That's my only request. Thank you to my channel members and patrons for making this video possible, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.